long as it doesn't hurt yourself or others.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah, me.
Oh, yeah, go, go. Bob's going.
I have to.
You can't help yourself.
Oh, boy. You know? Where's Richard? Like you, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. Richard?
Go get him, Bob.
There is, right there.
Yeah.
One of several Richards in the room.
Norm knows all this, but I wasn't going to come up here and do this because I was going to do this. But I think everybody else needs to know this. You know, I had a history not dissimilar at all to Mort or to Richard. And I worked my way out of it. There were people along the way that, you know, they interacted with me in a really positive way, and I saw myself, and I saw myself. And I wrote this to Norm. I achieved, what would be called success. And I retired at 48, but I was never happy. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And I contacted Norm, and we started working together, as a counselor, psychologist, and a coach. I'd retired and I was executive coaching. And my son had decided to go back to school, or change his curriculum and become a psychologist. And I had a major in psychology. I turned it into a major, a business major and a psychology major. And I always wanted to do something with psychology, but I just didn't have the person that could even conceive of that. I mean, the idea of being a doctor wasn't even in the galaxy of my family. So I complained to Norm one day, a couple of years in. And like for others in this room, he saw me, and I didn't see me. And I was lamenting that I didn't do something with psychology because I loved it and it was just easy for me. And he said, well, why don't you go back to school? And I'm like, because I'm 50. Nobody would take me anyways. I graduated from undergrad with like a 2.3, 2.4. He says, you don't know that. So, I applied to U of M and I got accepted. What? So now it's like, well, wait a second, I don't know where I want to go. And then Aaron was going to school. He told me about Aaron, that Aaron was going to school at this place called the Center for Humanistic Studies. So, and Norm talks highly of it. So, I got on their website and I read about it, and that school scared the hell out of me. And U of M didn't scare me. You can do that. You just go to class and take tests and listen to lectures, take notes. So I go to that school. I got in. He wrote a 2-page letter of recommendation. And I still have it. And it literally was a prediction. You told them how I would do. And I did all that you said. I was the top of my class, and I'd always been a failure academically. I got to that school, and my first couple of days, I was trembling. I was in so far over my head that you were going to see the mushroom cloud of failure in Toledo. And in like 3 months, I realized, I got this, and I belong here. So I've been, practicing, including internships as a psychologist for 20 years, I suppose it is now, 22. And I've had the time of my life doing this. And one of the things that happened from this, Norm called me counterphobic years ago. Yeah, thank you, Richard. Which means when I discover that I'm afraid of something, I go do it. So I discovered I was afraid of that school, so I went and did it. So now I'm in an internship, and they asked me to co-facilitate a men's court-ordered domestic violence group. And I'm like,
Wow. Yeah.
that's crazy. No. I am not going into a room full of violent men convicted of violence and try to get some work done with them. So I just said, nah, I don't want to work with that population. And they pleaded with me to do this. So finally it's like, the only reason you won't do it is because you're scared. You don't know if you like it or not. And I went and did it. And I did it for 19 years.
Oh.
I had like 930 sessions with these men. And that work was really effective. It really made a difference in the world. And that difference with those men happened because of you. And then my life over there happened because of you. No, it's okay. I'm sorry, babe, I didn't mean this thing. But I'm actually really, truly happy. And I figured out how to be alive in the best possible way for myself and for other people. And you helped me do that. So thank you.
You know what, you should have sold tickets to this